All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we're going to be talking about how God is getting ready to step into that situation, and you are going to see him move. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so today we're going to be in 1 Samuel chapter 25. Start at verse 2 and go all the way through. If you want to, and I want you to open up your Bible, I want you to read the verse 1 Samuel 25:39. That is for you. Okay, so you read that, pray that over that, ask God to talk to you, how he wants to talk to you. You know how I am. Get in the word, guys. And so let's get started with this. Okay, so in this portion of the Bible, David has been told that he's king. Saul tried to kill him. Now he's going from place to place. He's had one of his wives taken away from him. He had to leave. He married Saul's daughter, and now he's hanging out in this man Nabal's kind of like farm area, backyard kind of thing. Okay, that's where him and his men are having to stay. Okay, and he's been doing the right thing the whole time, guarding and protecting this guy's land, property, everything that's going on there. Okay, hasn't stolen anything, hasn't done anything wrong. Okay, one day he's going to go to Nabal and send people there and say, hey, can you spare some food? We're kind of struggling or whatever. And this selfish man basically says, I know who you are. You're King Saul's enemy, so I don't have to do any of that stuff. Okay, he has that type of attitude. David hears about it. David gets mad. He decides, I'm going to go slaughter everybody in his household because he's so mad, right? Nabal's wife, Abigail, runs up, stops David from doing that, and basically presents him with everything that David was asking for. And then Nabal, the next night, Abigail basically says, like, hey, I did, I gave David all this stuff. Nabal all of a sudden has like a heart attack and is paralyzed for a few days and then dies immediately for specifically his wicked ways. Okay. Abigail ends up marrying David. Sorry, I'm trying to shove a lot into here. Abigail runs off, marries David, and she's going to be one of the queens of Israel. Okay, so now this is going to be a lot shoved in here for a lot of different people. So take whatever's yours, and read, get in the Bible, read it, and then let God speak to you. But there's going to be a couple different things that he wanted me to highlight. Okay, the first thing, Nabal was wicked, David was not. Nabal acted the way that he acted, and God took away everything that belonged to that man, including his wife, everybody in the household, all of the blessings and everything like that, and he gave it to David. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, so you don't have to worry about, if somebody's getting over on you or they're doing this or they're stealing from you. God knows, he sees, and he's not going to allow it to go on forever. He's not. There's going to come a point when Nabal crosses the line, and then God's going to step in, and then there's not going to be Nabal anymore. And then God's going to take everything that belonged from one person and give it to the rightful chosen person. Okay, that's the first thing. So that's for somebody. The next thing, Abigail. Okay, this is for the women. Abigail was being a noble woman the whole time. Even though she was married to that wicked man, she was not unfaithful. She didn't do anything that she wasn't supposed to do. She was still being respectful of the wicked man and all of that. And yet she was being respectful of, what would have been her future husband, and showing him the godly qualities that were instilled in her. Okay. You guys need to read, if you're a girl, Proverbs 31, and not just read it, but start doing it. Even if you're not a wife yet, just do it now, because at some point you're gonna be a wife. And this girl was prepared because she was married to a wicked man and she was a great wife to him. So she was able to be a great wife to David. Okay? So that's for somebody else. Sorry, I told you guys God had asked to be used by the Lord. So, he gave me a bunch of different things to talk about. Okay, the next thing. Okay, the next thing is David and Abigail get married, right? David chose to marry Abigail because he saw the godly qualities in her. Guys, this is for you. You can also read about a Proverbs 31 woman so you can see the characteristics, but you need to understand that David, when he saw that that girl made him a better person, that girl stopped him from killing Nabal, right? Because that sin would have been on his hands. Now, God was going to take care of the situation no matter what, but when he picked the right woman, right? Abigail, when he interacted with her, his decisions changed immediately. It wasn't a sinful thing anymore. It wasn't, even though he was still angry, he still didn't do that. She kept him from evil. She did him good all the days of his life. So you need to find a woman that's like that. Stop looking on just the outside. Stop focusing on everything. Not everything has to be physical, right? She also, of course, you have to be physically attracted to her, okay? But she also has to embody godly characteristics, because then you will have a godly household that God can bless. You cannot have that with a evil Jezebel in your house. Okay? So I told you it was a lot today. There's a lot of different things that he wanted to say to you guys. So I hope that you got whatever you're supposed to get out of it. And I will see you guys back here next time. Make sure you read. Please open and read this chapter, because you're going to get something out of it. Okay? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, and comment as always. And I will see you guys back here next time.